This topic is analog to digital converter, abbreviated as ADC. ADC converts an analog signal to a digital signal. One analog input will be given, a single analog input will be given to ADC. This will be giving a combination of zeros and one, bits is zeros and one. The block diagram is shown in figure 5.7. Consisting a single analog input and any binary output will be available. There are two types of ADC available. The first one is direct up ADC. Second one is indirect up ADC. Direct up ADC means ADC performs the conversion directly by using the internally generated equivalent digital code in comparison with the analog input is called direct up ADC. There are four types of ADC available, but generally three are important. Dual slope ADC, single slope ADC, successive approximation ADC, flash type ADC. Let us see the first method, successive approximation method. The block diagram is shown in figure 5.8. So there are 5 blocks available here: comparator, control logic, clock signal generator, successive approximation register, which is abbreviated as SAR. When DAC is available, the input is given to the positive terminal. When DAC output is available, output is given as input to negative terminal. The actual output, digital output, is available here. We are doing analog to digital conversion. Analog input is given here, digital output is taken here. Successive approximation ADC. Working of ADC. Generally, SAR register is available here. The control logic reset all the bit of SAR, enables the clock signal generator to send the clock pulses to SAR. Suppose start signal is given. Generally, a start signal will be given here. The control logic, after getting the start signal, it will reset all the bits of SAR to 0, and thereby initiating clock signal generator to count the number of clock pulses in the SAR register. It keeps on counting the number of clock pulses. Now DAC converts the received digital input, which is the output of SAR, into the analog output. So whatever value is available here will be converted to digital signal. That signal will be given to DAC, which gives the analog format to the negative terminal. And this one is a positive comparator. So initially, this comparator value VI will be greater than VA all the time. So when VI is greater than VA, the successive approximation register will be updated by the clock signal generated, and the total process continues in a cyclic manner. When VI becomes equal to VA or less than VA, at that time the output of the comparator will be 0. When it becomes 0, the content of SAR will be the digital output of the given analog signal. So, but initially, when VI greater than VA, comparator output will be 1. So, until 1 is available, the total process will be continued in a cyclic manner. When the comparator output becomes 0, so when does it become 0? When VI equal to VA, comparator output will become 0. At that time, the total process will be stopped. The count available in SAR becomes the digital output of the analog signal given. This method is called successive approximation ADC. So what are the advantages of this one? Speed is very high. Good ratio speed to power. Compact design when compared to flash type and the other types of ADC available. Disadvantage, cost is very high because of SAR. Complexity in design. Application. It is widely used for data acquisition technique at the sampling rate higher than 10 kHz. Now let us see the second method called flash type ADC. This one is a 3-bit flash type ADC. 3-bit digital data will be available in this method. It consists of a voltage divider network, 7 comparators and a priority encoder. This one is the voltage divider network where VR is given with respect to ground. 7 comparators are available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 comparators are available. Priority encoder is available here. The input voltage is given to positive terminal of all the comparator. The VR value is applied through the voltage divider network to the negative terminal of the comparator. The output is available here. Digital output is available here. So the voltage divider network contains 8 equal resistors. A reference voltage VR is given at the top with respect to ground, and the drop across each resistor will be totally differing. For example, the drop across this one is nothing but R divided by 8R into VR. We have to apply the principle of voltage division. The external input voltage is applied to the positive terminal of all the comparator. Now comparison takes place. So the output of the comparator will be 1 as long as Vi is greater than the voltage drop across the resistor. But the output of the comparator will be 0 when Vi is less than or equal to the voltage drop. Now all the output of the comparator connected to the input of the priority encoder. So when the comparator output is 1, when the comparator output becomes 0. So when does it become 0? When the voltage at the positive terminal will become less than or equal to the negative terminal. So at that time, comparator output will be 0. And whichever logic input 1 is available here, that will be carried to the priority encoder. And the output of the priority encoder is nothing but digital signal of the applied analog signal, applied analog input signal. All the output of the comparator connected as input to the priority encoder. This priority encoder produces a binary code corresponding to the high priority input that has 1. So this 1 and 0 may be differing based upon each and every comparator. So but the logical one, they will create a binary code that will be available on the other side of the priority encoder. This method is called flash type ADC. What are the advantages of this method? Fastest type of ADC. Conversion is performed simultaneously. Conversion time is 100 nanosecond or less. Construction very simple and easy to design. Disadvantages. Not suitable for higher number of bit. More number of comparators required if you go for increasing the value of analog input voltage. The third method is called dual slope ADC, double slope ADC. Look at the block diagram. There are 5 blocks available: integrator, comparator, clock signal generator, counter, and a control logic will be available. And here there is a switch is available. Initially, the switch will be connected to input signal Vi. Next, it will be connected to the reference voltage VR. So your input signal will be applied here. Output signal will be available at the output of the counter. And this process, this 50% of the process similar to successive approximation method. When the start signal is given, control logic will be resetting the value of the counter. It will enable the clock signal generator to count the number of clock pulses in the counter. Thereby the value of the counter keeps on increasing. And the comparator output is controlling the control logic. The control logic is giving another signal to move the switch between Vi and VR. Initially, it will be connected to Vi. Later on, it will be connected to VR. Integrator output will be given to the comparator. The comparator is having 2 inputs. One is 0 voltage. Another one is the output of the integrator. Let us see the working of ADC. So as I told you earlier, control logic resets the counter, enables the clock signal generator on receiving the start signal. Now the switch is connected to external analog input voltage Vi. Now the switch is connected to external analog input voltage Vi. That input voltage is applied to the integrator. the output of the integrator is connected to the one of the input of the comparator, that is compared to ground. Comparator compares the output of integrator with 0 voltage and produces an output which is applied to the control logic. Now counter keeps on incrementing for every clock pulse, reaches the maximum count value. Maximum count value means all the bits will become 0. So at that time, the control logic will give a signal to the switch to move from VA to VR. Now reference voltage will be given to the integrator. The capacitor in the integrator will be already charged in the first cycle. Now it will be start discharging. That will be driving the comparator. When it drives the comparator, it compares the signal with 0 voltage. Now at this time, what will happen? The counter will be keep on decrementing. Now the control logic disables the clock signal generator and the negative reference voltage is applied to the integrator. It removes the charge in the capacitor until it becomes 0. So when it becomes 0, the comparator output will become 0. When the comparator output becomes 0, the control logic will be stopped. So at that time, the value of the counter will be retained. That is the value of the digital signal with respect to the applied analog signal. Advantages: insensitive to error in the component value. Very few adverse effect from the noise. Impact of noise will be very less. Accuracy will be more. The disadvantages are very slow. Accuracy depends upon the external component precision and very costlier. So in this video lecture, we have seen 3 methods of ADC. The first method is called successive approximation method. The second method is called flash type ADC. The third method is called double slope ADC. If you are able to understand the double slope method of ADC, it is very easy to understand the single slope ADC. Thank you.